Hello out to all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear listening into another Gamer's Thoughts discussion. And this time I'm going to be talking about The Legend of Zelda a little bit because I've been on a Legend of Zelda kick as of late and not really having anything to do with Tears of the Kingdom, just thinking about some of the concepts from the series. So I was thinking about this, and it's because it was interesting to me, but can anyone else besides Link use the Force Sword? Uh, we know it's a mythological weapon in the Legend of Zelda series, but I don't think there's anything that specifically states that Link has to be the one to use it. Now, I don't think anybody else has canonically used it besides him, but then again, there are a couple of Legend of Zelda games that I didn't finish, unfortunately. So I may be wrong on that, and if I am, someone can let me know. But I think we've only really seen him use it. And that's something I'm sitting there questioning. Like, it doesn't make sense that he would be the only one to use it because it sounds like something anyone could get their hands on. As opposed to the Master Sword, where the Master Sword, it makes sense that he is canonically the only one that can really use it. Because he's the only one that can really tap into the power of it. Meaning it was specifically made, or he was specifically set up to be able to utilize the power of it. Whereas the Force Sword, honestly, I think anyone could tap into it. Anyone could take it and use it. And that's why, while I was diving into playing around with Wonder AI, the little digital AI art app, I said, okay, let's do a Hylian Knight with the Force Sword, see what that looks like. Which, if you're on YouTube, that's where the thumbnail came from. You probably already saw the short on my channel at some point, maybe. Either way. It was just one of those things I was thinking about. Like, because potentially, if Ganondorf was interested in it, he could pick up the Force Sword. Or Zelda could use it. Or any random character could use it and become a major problem. Especially if they're skilled. Like, take a character like Girahim, for example. If he were to return and not be in his form of being a sword, he could use it. What a destructive capability that would be possible if Demise picked up that weapon. That's an interesting thing that could happen. And you could even create a scenario where Link has to fight someone who has the Force Sword with the Master Sword. Because they are different weapons. I don't think we've actually seen them together in the same game. At least, again, to my knowledge, I don't, because there were a few games I didn't fully play, and then there's just a couple of them I didn't get to play at all because they were on DS, and I never had the chance to get them. So I don't want to act as if I know everything. But the concept to me is the thing that kind of sticks out. It's one of those things that really, I'm sitting here like, scratching my head on it, like that would make sense. That would make sense that anyone could use it, and potentially anyone capable enough could be a high-level threat. So take, for example, if we took Impa from Hyrule Warriors and she had that weapon, oh, she'd be dangerous as hell. I mean, be lucky for the Hylians that she'd be on their side, but what if like a top-ranking member of the Yiga clan got their hands on it? Then it's a whole different scenario. And I like that idea. I'm highly interested in that idea. I wish that Nintendo would explore that. Like, really delve deep into it and fully explore that. Hell, give Link both of those swords in one game. Where he has to go hunt for the Master Sword, do all the quests to get it, and then he has to fight whoever has the Force Sword in order to obtain that, or just to remove it from their hands. it's one of those things where it's like there's something to work with here, but it's never, at least to my knowledge, it's never been done. And it would be something cool to really jump into and get to know. Now, if there's something that happened with Four Swords Adventures, I would not know. Four Swords and Four Swords Adventures, I would not know the plots of either of those games because I never got to play them. So I don't know if there was like a replica of Four Sword out there that someone was using that Link had to fight them and stop them from using it. I have no clue. But I would really love to see this concept explored and thoroughly tapped into. And with the newly built Zelda engine that Nintendo has, thanks to them and Monolith Soft, I think it could be something that would be wholeheartedly interesting to dive into. So I'm wondering, like, what would that look like? What sort of situation would that create? And it's been on my mind for a little bit. That's when I was like, there are so many situations where that sword could have been handy for Link, or would have been great for somebody else to have and cause like confusion in Hyrule, like where they could be seen at multiple different locations all at the same time and nobody know how to explain it until, like, you know, this particular situation happens and Link is the one that has to figure it out. I think that could be cool. Having to fight 4 shaded versions of someone and then having to fight them all at once. Or hell, either Dark or Shadow Link could be the one to hold on to the Four Sword and have to fight Link. And I still think that people don't understand that those are 2 separate characters. They serve a similar purpose, but they're still 2 separate characters. That could actually be pretty interesting for that to happen as well. There's just a number of ways this type of thing could go, a number of concepts that could come from this, a lot of things that could stem from it. I don't know, I feel like I'm rambling, but at the same time it's just because my mind is like processing so much stuff when it comes down to this. So I'm just like, that would be highly interesting to see. That would be cool as hell to see that happen. And all it takes is for Aonuma to say, "Oh, hey, this is an interesting way to go. Let's see how that works." I don't know. I don't think I have much more to really go on. But I mean, anybody who's listening, if y'all want to slap your ideas on top of this, go ahead. I am all for it. Because we do know that sword duplicates you and all of your equipment. So there's a lot of stuff that could be really, really awesome that comes from it. But at the same time, it could be horrific at the same time for Hyrule. So that's why it's one of those things I'm sitting here like, huh. Like if you let a member of the Gerudo get it after they have been treated as poor and declassed by the Hylian people, like that could be the emphasis of the beginning of a war. Like, again, there's so many ways this could go. But I think, yeah, I'm done. Like, I don't really want to drag on too much more because I'm just going to be rolling through all these different thoughts, and at this point, you'll just be hearing me spout ideas. So, thank you guys very much for listening, and keep your eyes and ears out for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out, everybody.